got a my insurance person. He's also a dear close friend of mine. Very very good in business. He is. Gosh, talking about having cash, he's got cash, so he understands not being liquid. But and I bounce a lot of things off him too. We've got a real close personal relationship, so it helps me out quite a bit to have. I used to not do that, and when I started doing that, things really turned around.
Dayton, how about you?
Just my wife and I are equal partners in the business, and she's. We've been married 6 years, and we've actually doubled the business in that time. So usually her dad has a business as well, and then just peer networking. We go to anywhere 4 to 6 conferences with National Pest Management, and we've got lots of friends that are outside the area that we've been able to incorporate ideas and services from them.
Mm-hmm. Something I know about both of these businesses, and they're both being quietly modest about it, is they seek out help in a tremendous way. Neither of these guys or their companies in general are afraid to ask questions, whether they know the answer or think they know the answer or not. Most times, I would say most times they do. But they're very unabashedly forward about asking help and asking for counseling when it regards making decisions on their business. The reason that I asked that question, Jim, is I was talking to a friend of mine who's a small business owner, and he had a meeting this week, and I'm not sure if he's already had it or not, but he had a meeting this week with his CPA, with his insurance person, with the other person in the business that helped him get his business started that he raised capital with. And I was just surprised by that most small business owners try to go it on their own. And I was surprised by the fact that he was bringing them all together at one time to talk about those issues. So that was kind of the impetus for that question.
The real important one I left out is I also run everything by my employees. If it doesn't make sense to them, there's no way for me to try to execute something in my company that they're not going to agree with, because I have grown my business. Even though it's a very small business, I've grown it to a point now where I can't do everything all by myself anymore. For the first 3 or 4 years of my company, it was a one-man show. I mean, I mechanicked on the bus, I booked the bus, I washed the bus, I drove the bus, I did it all, and I just can't do that anymore. So when we do something new, I get their feedback as well, and so that's real important to me.
One other thing, Larry, I might ask you to comment on. You know both of these businesses pretty well. I think one of the things that I could safely say about both of these businesses I want you to comment on is how efficiently they're ran, how organized they are. You want to comment on the importance of efficiency and operational organization and those kind of things?
Not really. As you said, I know these guys pretty well, and I don't want to, I'm just kidding. I will say that they have tremendously improved the efficiencies and operations of their companies over time. Both of these businesses have taken several classes to help them with organizational skills, with management skills, with marketing skills, and I would venture to say today that they're running their businesses probably as efficient as any small business person could run.